This movie tells a story about a small group of Russian soldiers who have the task of taking Hitler's discovered remains back to Stalin in Moscow. First of all, before you see this movie, you have to adjust your expectation. There's so little to zero elements of horror here. Apart from Hitler's corpse itself, there's only the Russian drug nightmarish point of view that represents horror aspect of the movie. Do not expect to see actual werewolves or a zombie Hitler or zombie Nazis, as you'll be disappointed. The movie doesn't hit the gonzo-style genre movie audiences might be expecting as well. All genre fans might be left wishing that this slice of alt history pushed things a little harder. There's some bloodletting, but it's infrequent at best until late in the film, and even then, it's reserved largely for realistic combat violence. Even the action is mediocre, as it relies on haphazard and rapid-fire editing to make it seem like exciting things are happening. These sequences are only occasionally engaging, as mostly feel empty of any real tension. There are explosive moments that offer up some surprisingly nasty effects, yet they are too rare to leave much of an impact. A scene where the characters are pinned down inside a house and taking gunfire from all directions really lacks weight when there's such sporadic staging. This is a surprisingly restrained and sober movie for the most part, running at a fairly low energy level for much of its 95-minute runtime. The overall concept doesn't have enough punch it out to, as the convoluted story doesn't maximally pay off. Where the film dips its toe into horror as nightmarish visions seem to emerge out of the darkness, it feels abrupt and at the same time feels directionless and unfocused. As the characters run about the woods, the story gets hopelessly spun around as well. The main actress who plays Brana is convincing and compelling, who does her best to carry the meandering story across the finish line. There's an effort to build some sort of depth to the relationship between Brana and Lucas. Unfortunately, it's far too rushed and fleeting, as all of them are left with only the flimsiest of motivation and a story to work with. There's also a strange creative choice regarding the language that becomes distraction, as the characters' dialogue throughout the film, no matter the country of origin, switch between English and saying phrases in their native language. Overall, we don't think it's worth your money to watch this in theaters. Just wait on your streaming service.